Okay, hey everybody. What we're doing here today is we have an HP Officejet Pro 8610, and we have a customer that says that it is not printing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some easy little steps and tricks to try to see if you have this problem, to see if you can try and fix this problem yourself without taking it somewhere. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take this printer and then we're going to turn it on, and then we're going to wait until it gets fully turned on and gets to the ready state. So there's already an error code with it. It says the printhead appears to be missing or not detected or incorrectly installed. So what we're going to do is we're going to check this stuff out. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the front door. And by opening the front door, what's going to happen is the printhead and the inks are going to move over to the left like you're going to install inks. And it moved all the way. But now what we're going to do is we are going to take the inks out. Well, what we're going to do next is we're basically going to unplug it. So I'm going to go around here. We're going to unplug the machine while the printheads are all the way over to the left. Then we're going to take the inks out. Now, this machine has different inks, and they are not, two of them are not HP products. I'm not saying that they're not going to work, but in my experience, maybe 75-80% of the off-brand stuff works, but then sometimes you have problems with it. All right, so now that we get the ink out, here's something that you can check in yourselves, no matter who you are. Right back here is a lever that you can pull up. So we're going to pull this lever up like this, like that. And then when we pull that lever up, we can just lift straight up the printhead assembly and slide it out with a little tender care. Now, if you look at the bottom of the printhead, it's full of ink. It's yuck. It's full of gunk. Now, this is water-soluble ink, so that means that, for the most part, the ink will come off with this water, and we're going to clean it off with a dry paper towel or dry cloth. Okay, and then we are going to look inside the machine, the flashlight, and then we're going to wipe this ink off and this in here. And then we're going to look inside the machine anywhere else to see. Now, more than likely, way back in what's called the service station over to the right, when the printhead slides all the way over to the right, that it goes into the service station area. And that service station area is the area that cleans your ink. It is supposed to clean the ink off the bottom of this printhead. And if it's from smearing and doing obviously all kinds of different problems. Now, I've already taken this printhead out once and cleaned it. So now that I've cleaned it again, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this printhead and put the inks back in it. And to reinstall it, we're going to just take it, slide it back in upright until it drops down, and you're going to push down on the top of it to make sure that's in there, right? You're going to reach up and grab that lever, snap it back down. Now I'm going to examine the inside of the printhead to make sure that the springs and nothing else is a problem. Everything looks good inside there. Doesn't mean that it's not bad or causing an issue. So we're going to go ahead and reinstall the inks one at a time. We'll start with the magenta, the cyan. The cyan feels empty almost, and the yellow, that feels almost empty too. And Nice slide right in there. And then we're going to do the black. Now, we're going to see what it says when we... So what we're going to do now is we're going to plug it back in the back. And you'll see that it starts back up. There you go. Now, let it do its thing for a minute. It slides back over to the service station area where it will clean the print heads. Now it goes back to the change ink. We're going to close the door. So it gives me an error code. There's a problem with the ink system. Print more ink, and it says turn the machine off or on. So we're going to turn it off. And we are going to wait till it shuts off. Shutting down, come on. We're waiting till it shuts down completely by itself. We're not going to unplug it. We're just going to wait, push the button, power button, and shut it down. The print head's moving back and forth. It's trying to find a home position. There it goes. Oh, shut down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just turn it back on. And we're going to see what it says at this point in time. Now, it may give me other service errors and things like that. This customer is using all these inks. And it says there is a problem with the printer or ink system. Turn off printer and turn it on again. So it is a problem with the ink or the print head in this machine. So at this point in time, I would advise you to go ahead and buy a new print head or inks to try and see if it takes care of the problem. That is going to be probably 90% of a fix. Not saying it's always going to be fixed. And take into consideration yourself that the printhead is expensive, and it does come with inks. If you buy the proper one, I would buy the HP one. I would not buy the rebuilt one. I would not buy an off-brand one. I would try and go with the HP one, and it would probably take care of the problem. That's what we're going to do. So you can catch this video, like or share this video. Please like it to help my channel. And then we will get back with you, and after we buy the printhead and inks and put it back in here and see where we go after that. Now the service station looks like it's pretty worn too. They've got cleaners and sponges and ink absorbers and those things in that system back in there. And if it's not cleaning off the bottom of the print head like we showed you, then that means that it's probably full. So there are some other problems and issues that this machine may need as far as replacing the ink absorbers and cleaning up their service station area to make it work properly. So we will contact the customer and tell them their issues and problems and let them know and see if they want to go ahead and just get the inks and the printhead to try that first, and then they might have a problem with the service station cleaning and ink absorbers as well. So, all right, thanks for watching my video, and hopefully this helps you with some of your problems, and we'll get back and let you know what happens with this one.